Hey guys, Alexa here. I have not been doing my videos like I said I was gonna do, and I'm so sorry. um, you guys have written a ton of questions, and I'm gonna get to it. But first, I wanted to say a huge thank you to everybody who helped me fight the battle of getting some of the posers off of Facebook. It's a pain in the behind, and they were faking a lot of people out, and including my family members. Like, my family members even followed this person, and it's just really not fair to do to people. So yeah, I really appreciate you guys and all of your support in helping me get that wrangled. So yes, thank you. So moving on to other things. You wrote in a lot of questions, and I kind of narrowed them down because some of them repeated themselves. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy, but it's gonna be a long one, so get ready for it. Um, Alrighty. Jose David Cabrera says, "What would you say your favorite moment of filming this new Spy Kids 4 movie?" So, what was my favorite moment with Spy Kids 4? There is this awesome scene. See, I don't know if I can really talk about the scenes yet because it's not out, but I will say this. My favorite moment on being on set was going back for the first time because it had been so many years, and I hadn't seen it. Robert uses the same crew over and over again, and I hadn't seen those people in, I don't know, like 6 or 7 years. It had been a long time. So walking back on set was one thing, but then also walking back in like as this engaged woman, I know that they all looked at me like, "You're engaged? What?" Because it was before I was married, and they had to meet my husband, and they sized him up. They're like, "So you're Sean. You're Sean. You're gonna take good care of Alexa." So they gave him the rundown, but he passed with flying colors naturally. But yeah, okay. So that was my favorite moment, was seeing everybody again. Sandra Esteve says, "I just wanted to know if you speak Spanish." I used to speak it fluently when I was younger, and I understand all of it. My Spanish isn't as good as I would like it to be. I can carry on a conversation. My conjugation might be a little off, but for the most part, I remember. Like, I can understand it. So I think I need some practice. I wouldn't mind practicing a little bit, and to get better. So hopefully I'll get better. Um, Joey Alexander says, "Were you excited? Were you excited?" Joey Alexander says, "Were you excited to do Spy Kids 4?" Absolutely. As soon as I heard the rumors going around, I texted Robert. I'm like, "Is this really happening? Is this true?" And he said it was. So from that moment, I got pretty amped up for it. It was such a big part of my life, the first, second, and third one, and it will always be a part of my life. I grew up so much during those films, so going back to do a fourth was just that much more exciting. Diza Chloe wants to know if Camilla Bell has a real Twitter. She doesn't. So if you're following Camilla Bell, it's not her. So I'm sorry, guys. Camila's awesome. She's a wonderful girl, but she does not have a Twitter. She does have official Facebook. I don't know what that is off the top of my head, but I know she has one. Lauren Ashley 9 wants to know if I have any new projects coming out soon. Spy Kids, that's one of them. I am currently working on a comic book, which I'm really excited about, and I think I'm telling you guys first. We are teaming up with this wonderful, wonderful group called Kickstart, and they are helping me get a comic book idea that I came up with when I was 13 on Spy Kids 2. They're helping me get started, so it felt really, really good. And I'm working with my husband and his producing partner, Doc Wyatt, on that. And I can't really say too much yet, so I'll be quiet about it, but it's a really fun idea, and I'm a huge fan of comics, so. Okay, next question before I get too wrapped up in my comic book. Aaron Official says, "People have their favorite Spy Kids movies. but which one was your favorite to film? I think the first one was the best. Just, I mean, like, we didn't know what we were getting into. We had no idea what this world was going to be like. We show up on set and there are all these crazy gadgets and fun things to do and all these stunts that like we've just never been able to do before. Most kids don't get that opportunity, and we really had an awesome childhood. So I'd say the first Spy Kids because I had never had an experience like that, and it was really awesome and wonderfully overwhelming in every way. It was just fantastic. Um, Terrell Dixon says, "Will you ever release an album or new music / pursue a singing career?" Um, I don't know. I love music. I really do, and I love singing. I don't know how much I would pursue it. It would really have to feel right. Um, I think I'm more into wanting to sing with somebody else or being in a band. I just feel like doing my own thing. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not quite there yet, but maybe in the future, who knows? But as of right now, acting is my passion, and I really love that. That's what I'll say. Okay. Alejandro Camacho wants to know, what was your most favorite memory you had while filming any of the Spy Kids movies? How did you stand Texas heat while living there in Texas? Okay, my favorite memory probably was getting in the harness for the first time, and that was on Spy Kids 1, and it was the jetpack scene, and I'd never been in a harness, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever, so I would go right back to that memory. And then the heat, it was tough because we shot the first one right in the middle of summer. The second one and the third one and the fourth one were a little bit more at the end of summer, but that first one was really hot. But luckily I was little, so it doesn't matter. Um, Alec Rockin Vumia Garbin, wow, what a name, says, "Is there another Repo the Genetic Opera movie coming out?" As of right now, there isn't one planned, and all we can do is hope the fans rally enough to make another one appear, because I would love another Repo. It was a really cool, unique film that I had the experience to work on, and yeah, I think it'd be really cool to be able to go back and do another one. So yes, keep fighting for that.